Hi, this is Hell Hades, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, just wanted to go into the patch 1.12 notes. Apparently, it is going to go live on Monday. We've had the patch notes leaked or released on Reddit, so I just wanted to talk through my views. Before I do that, a couple of things. Um, yeah, started to YouTube on Monday, so just under a week ago. Really pleased with the number of subscribers I've got so far. Thank you very much. Pleased that people are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. Please subscribe if you haven't already and you enjoy what you see. It really makes a big difference. I'd also just like to call out a couple of people that I watched over the last few months whilst I've been playing the game, and there's probably been the reason really for me wanting to build my own content. So you should check out some of these guys. Stu Gaming, really good content creator. Brad, Chofly Mobile, again, calls himself Chosen. He's got a number of different names, but good content creator. Salt, good content creator. Brandon as well. Tizzle was really great. He's kind of fallen off the map a little bit at the moment, but I think he's coming back. Um, and then probably for slightly different type of content, Jade Gigs, really funny, really imaginative content, and Darth as well is pretty expressive, good guy. So look, there's a number here. You should check them out. I'll put some links in the description below, but you should check these guys out and take a look at what they're doing. So as I said, the main thing for today's video, let's just get rid of that, is the patch 1.12, which we've all been waiting a long time for, and I feel like because it's taken so long, it almost needs to be incredible for people to be happy with it. So what I'd say to Plarium is, please communicate more. I worked for a big company. I worked for a company called Cisco, and we've got a massive customer base. We've got a massive internal, employee base, and both groups just want to be told what's going on. So if a customer's unhappy, it's normally because we've not told them with enough time what's coming. It's no different here. We're a player base. We just want to know what's coming. Even if Plarium had said 2 weeks ago, patch 1.12 is coming out towards the end of November, and here are the 6 things that we are going to tackle in the patch. Don't give us all the detail, Plarium. Just tell us what you're going to do. Is it going to be Platinum Arena? It shouldn't be a community manager on a Discord forum giving us a few headlines. It should be a news post within the game that says, guys, end of November, you're going to get 6 different things, and this is the kind of the bullet point of what it's going to be. Please, it's so easy. So, before I get into what's actually coming, I want to share with you what I would like to see in terms of changes for this game. So, I would like to see a competitive top tier in the arena with a kind of tennis style leaderboard. So, if number 100 in the world faces off against number 1 and wins, he should get more points than if number 2 in the world faces off against number 1 and wins. It gives people that are perhaps lower down the leaderboard more incentive to have some of those harder fights. We should have an arena shop for all levels of the game. So if you're in bronze, if you're in silver, gold, or eventually platinum, you should be able to select the rewards you want based on the amount of points you have gained or the currency, whatever it's going to be that you've gained. It's in a lot of games already. It's been in World of Warcraft since I ever played it. It gives everybody a chance. Stop giving us these crappy rewards at the end of the week. A 4-star bloody, a 4-star set of gloves or something. It's just ridiculous. It's not in tune with what we want. We need tomes, we need shards, we need gear that we can select. Maybe that's where we should be able to buy Relentless gear, for example. But it's expensive. We don't care if there's a price attached to it. Let us grind the points to get it. We should also be able to do a arena rematch. So if we're taken out by somebody, I actually had somebody beat me the other day, messaged me on YouTube. I was really pleased. It's not shown anymore. I was really pleased that actually he had a good team comp, and I said, what did you do? How did you beat me? And he kind of talked it through, and I should be able to fight him back. I should be able to take my offensive team to him and say, all right, let's see if I can beat your team. That's where you start to build a bit more of a community. You start to build a bit more links. You should be able to add these people to a friends list in game. And then another thing in an arena is they should be able to have the option of doing a friendly fight. So, I just built a new team. Let me go into my clan and say, guys, I just want to test this out. Can I fight a few of you with this team and see if it stacks up? Does it work the way I want it to? So, these things exist in other games. Let's get them included. We know we need faction war changes. I'm not going to go into detail on that. Just to say, I'm at level like 16 or so. I should show you quickly. So Cross Faction Wars, 38 points, 40. If I look at my strongest team, I am at level 17 content. And I've got strong teams. I've got a strong team. I've got good gear. It's overtuned. They know it already. It's coming in 1.12, I think. We're going to that shortly. There should be an ability for everyone to hit the clan boss. The clan boss should be unkillable. So if all 30 in your clan want to try and get rewards for Ultimate Nightmare, they should all be able to put their damage into it. At the moment, we've got a system which creates the need for basically 14-man clans. And at that stage, so if I look at my clan, I'm in Gallifrey 2, but Gallifrey 1, we're 30 out of 30 members. It's a top clan in the game. But actually, some of these other clans probably can't attract the right level of members. Even we can't attract the right level of members because everybody wants the rewards from the clan bosses. So it just creates a kind of nonsense of a clan system at the moment, which in a one way it's good because we've got a community of clans now. So actually I think we've got something like 5 clans in the top 30, which is good. But we shouldn't be forced to go and try and find ways around things in the game which are kind of busted. So something else I'd like to see is things like search options for gear. So if I look at my Baron, if I wanted to put on my Baron a set of crit rate gloves, at the minimum we should have a search tab here that says I want to search for gloves with crit rate, and then all of my sets ping up what gloves have got crit rate. But the improved version on that again would be I want to search for attack percentage, crit rate gloves with substats in speed and crit damage, and it should show me all of those gloves, whether they're equipped by somebody or not, with just a bit of a description, who's it equipped by, so that you can then select it off of somebody else. At the moment, if I want to do a speed, my best possible speed gear on Arbiter, I have to click into every single champion. Is that quicker? No. Okay. Is that quicker? No. Okay. And it's just so frustrating that we don't have a simple button that says find it. There should be a way to gain tomes in the game. It's the hardest thing to gain in the game, and I've got a number of champions which are not in tomes at the moment, which is frustrating. But at the end game, I want to be able to farm them, even if it's really hard content. I want to be able to farm for tomes. I feel like there should be a higher level Minotaur so that we can get faster grind on those scroll ups, better tavern system, more in-game buttons to search. So I should be able to go into the vault and search. Here, there's a button here. I should be able to search and say I want somebody who is in High Elves. Search me similar to what you got here. Search by different factions and things. I should be able to search by player power to give me an idea of who's wearing gear. It's just simple stuff. We need more champion storage both here and in the vault. I want to have 2 sets of gear on my champions and 2 sets of masteries. So I want to be able to say, this is my clan boss setup or my PvE setup, and then I click something over here that says gear set 2, and it switches all of my gear. So I've still got to farm up the gear, switches all of my gear to a PvP mode, and then my masteries switch as well to my PvP setup. It's been in World of Warcraft for loads of years. I played World of Warcraft right through to the end game, sort of high-end raiding, probably until about 6 years ago. And when they released it in the game, it was like a breath of fresh air. Everyone was so pleased. When you think about it, in this game, it costs so much money to re-gear somebody. So if I was to say, right, I want to switch Arbiter into a PvP mode, I would have to strip all of this. That's going to cost me the best part of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800,000 silver. If I wanted to switch her just to show somebody something in a tutorial video and then put her back in a normal gear, I'm going to be spending the best part of 1.5 million silver just to show you something. It's insane. And if I then said, well, where am I going to get that silver back from? So I can go in and sell something. Oh yeah, I'll go and sell an item. What do I get? 18,000 silver. It doesn't stack up. The numbers are too crazy. So give us 2 sets. Give us the option to actually build someone for two instances of the game. And then lastly, we need champion rebalancers and stuff. So that's obvious. What I'm going to do, because I have not yet finished my Fire Knights stuff, and I need to do the Dungeon Divers missions as we're talking here. I'm just going to get this running in the background whilst we talk about the actual patch notes. So look, my rant's over. Let's get into the actual detail of what's coming. So we've got a few quality of life things here, and I'm just going to run through these first quite quickly. We've been told, and again, these patch notes are not 100% concrete right now. That's the danger of somebody just kind of leaking something on, you know, a group like Reddit. It's actually still potential to change. We're being told it's coming Monday. Again, that's not confirmed by anybody. It's just potentially what's going to happen. So we're saying here we're going to get another 100 slots of champion storage, which I guess means the vault. Doesn't feel like it's enough. Are we just going to be moaning again in a month's time that we've still got not enough champion slots? It's why do this? Why be so underwhelming when so many people are crying out for it? Why not just say, you know what, 150 more in the tavern and 150 more in your vault? It kills the conversation. Nobody's moaning about it anymore. A couple of nice things here. So if you're in pre-battle selection, you can pull somebody out of your tavern or your storage or your vault. So that's useful. If you put someone in the vault you didn't realise in its faction wars, let's say. Artifacts won't be destroyed without another kind of tab coming up saying, are you sure you want to destroy it? That's really important. I've destroyed a good piece of gear when it first was introduced. I was almost on autopilot and I destroyed something I didn't want to, at which stage I couldn't get it back. I was quite sad. We've got server maintenance window to tell us when it's coming. It's just a basic thing, but really needed. We're going to get more artifact slots, which is good. We're going to have the option to fuse somebody that's already gone past the rank required. I like this. I had High Katoon on already 6-starred, and she was part of one of the recent fusions, and I had to grind up a complete new High Katoon to 5-star to be able to use her in the fusion, so I'm pleased I've done that. There's going to be better rewards for top place people in the global leaderboards of the tournaments. That's good. It's interesting. It gives us something to fight for when you're at the kind of end game of things. Be interesting to see how crazy some of the whales go on these summoning events. Multi-battle, won't take the max champions out anymore if you select them in the initial team setup. I like this, definitely for free-to-play players that are still kind of grinding up and need 2 players to be able to take out content. I like it. And then we've got some tavern UI improvements coming. I don't know the details yet, but I'm pleased they've at least realised that that's something that needs to happen. So some of the chunkier stuff then, so we've got masteries. The option will be in to pay 800 gems to completely finish somebody's masteries, finish to end. It's a bit of a cash grab, but I like it. I think it's needed. You know, if someone wants to invest their own money to speed something like that up, then that's a good thing. What I wish though is they'd put alongside it a level 16 to 20 additional Minotaur, so that somebody that is free to play or somebody that just doesn't want to spend those sort of gems is able to just grind it themselves, but grind it quicker than they can right now. So if you don't go for a cash grab, fine, but mix it up with something else which supports the free-to-play players. One of the things I don't like about this, though, is it looks like they're saying, if you've already done half of the mastery trees, it's still going to cost you 800 gems. Now, I don't know why they would decide to do that, really. I would prefer for them to have said, each different level costs you so much in gems. So if you're trying to do the first level of masteries, it's 5 gems, then 10, then 20, then 50, then 100. Eventually you still get to 800 gems, but it means that people don't have to potentially pay for the full lot. You know, if you've only got 2 sets of reds to do, why charge someone the same price as somebody that's got the kind of full content to do? So yeah, for me it's good, but it feels a little bit greedy. Next one, it's a Platinum Arena. I've been looking forward to this. So there's going to be a top 300 players in the arena. They're going to have the option to win better rewards. Everybody now can go above 3,200 score, but only those in the top 300 get to be in the Platinum list. So you might be on 3,500, but still sitting just outside the top 300 players. It's going to be more competitive. We're going to start to see different metas come out. For me, this is one of the best updates. What I'd say though is, you know, where's the PvP shop? What does it mean for the rest of the players in the game? So it's a move in the right direction, but I think there's still some work to do. We've got Nightmare campaign coming, so new difficulty of campaign, increased silver and experience, um, and yeah, a new chance to gain the rewards, the shards and tomes, etc. Um, all of those things are really good. Makes me wonder if they're gearing towards 7-star champions. I think they probably are. I think maybe within 6 months we'll be looking at 7-star champions in this game. So I think it's good to have content. It's a bit of a watch out for me. If they release 7-star champions anytime soon, I think the game would fall over. But it's good to get back to having those one-time rewards to grind up, more tomes, more shards, that type of thing. So next one, Faction Wars, there's going to be reduced difficulty and a much needed rework. They're also stopping the chance of a 1-star glyph dropping from basically stage 10 onwards. Like this, I think it's needed in the game. You know, I'm pretty strong with my champs, and some of them I'm only just up to that sort of stage 16. So yeah, it feels overtuned, as we know. So that's good. So there's a number of champion changes coming. I'm not going to detail out the bits that have been released so far because I think let's wait and see what actually happens. I think there's a danger that some people could invest a lot of time and effort to level somebody that feels like they're getting a decent buff, only to find it doesn't hit the final release. I guess my takeaway here is, you know, Plarium aren't interested in this. This is not what they care about. They don't have somebody on their exec team that is saying, guys, where are we with these champion changes? You know, really following it up. They don't care. They would rather release more champions. I think it's the wrong thing. I think keep the player base happy to a certain degree. You know, if there's somebody that is down as a legendary but is really not legendary, then please let's buff them up. You know, if you've got let's make some of these epics more useful. If you compare some of the new epics that have been released in this game, like Frankenstein guy, I mean, he's so much beyond most of the original epics. It's crazy. So, you know, for people that are coming into the game as new players, how do they feel like they're ever going to catch up when the champion pool is so wide, and you know a good chunk of that champion pool are not great? I don't know. It just feels like there's more that needs to be done here. And then lastly, there is a apparently the boss's resistance to poison is not working properly in places like dragons and spiders. So it looks like they're doing a change to that. Originally in the notes here, it said that Xavier's skill and Lanariel's skill to combust the poison to sort of nuke all the poison at the same time is going to be nerfed in some way. Since then, I've been told that actually this probably isn't going to final patch release. This is an example of somebody's leaked notes. We don't have the full story. We don't have the actual, you know, final release draft. And, you know, this is why you have to take everything I've said here with a pinch of salt, because we don't know for sure if any of these things are happening. It's what we've been told, it's what's been released, but actually some of these things might not make the final cut. Also, there might be a last minute addition which we don't know about, because at the moment we're just working on a kind of a draft, which could be new, could be old, I'm not sure. So look, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and please leave some comments with your thoughts about both what's actually coming and what you think about my views of some of the things that should come. I've been Hellhades. This is my channel Addicted to Gaming. Tune in soon.